Hey guys, it's me, maybe Jack24 here, and so today I got some good news. Is that I know on how to stop the spread of the coronavirus. The bad news is no one's gonna like it. Well, in order to stop the spread of the coronavirus, you need to self quarantine yourself in your house along with your family members, and there's been a few tips that have been confirmed by the official UN Health Organization. I did look into it, and I did make sure it was the actual UN Health Organization, and they did say that if any members of your family is sick with the virus, do not go out whatsoever. Do not go out of your home. Do not let anyone else out of your home, or into your home for that matter. Is as you do know that this virus spreads like wildfire. In case of you don't know, humans are like the torches to this wildfire, and so are animals. So, what's very hard about this virus is that it disguises itself. It sneaks into your body. It does not allow let your body know what's happening until 2 weeks later, where at that point where they probably, if you haven't been hospitalized, you would have been lucky, but if you were hospitalized for disease, then that wouldn't be been good because, well, the disease honestly feel at first it feels like the flu, which most people think is not that bad. But then you realize that you have a very high chance of dying, which is also scary, and that the fact is that the world's in a limited supply now of cleaning materials, masks, and so far, this is surely a cry for help. Is I, I am American. I am speaking for the people, not just America. I'm speaking for the people, the nations who do not have the have the healthcare advantages and health advantages to help destroy this virus. I'm asking this as for any sign as hope to let you all know, stay inside of your homes no matter what. No matter what you do. The government's worked out a plan on how to try and settle the virus, but quite frankly, that's only the U.S. government that I've heard from that said that. I don't know that much about other governments, but for now, stay inside of your homes. Do not go outside. What's the matter? Because whatever you do, do not go outside. Because if you go outside, you will endanger lives of not hundreds, not tens, but millions, or even worse, billions. China was too slow to stop the spread of the virus when they had a chance to that pretty much then that the world was slow enough to stop the spread. South Korea reacted fast, but still it didn't stop. It didn't stop them. It didn't stop. It did in fact South Korea. South Korea tried to react fast, and that still didn't work. There's so many examples of this. Do not go out whatsoever. Whatsoever. I know I'm repeating this a lot, but still, do not go out. As I'm telling you, that the virus is invisible. It's an invisible killer. And like most viruses and diseases, you wouldn't know about it until it's too late. Too late, and think about it. There's limited amount of health care in the U.S. in the U.S. and around in the world for this virus. So if you think about it, if you're one of the few people to recover from the disease, please go and try and help out other people. And I'm telling y'all, very serious. Please donate to charities. Charities that are fighting this virus. Donate to science. science, because the more money scientists would get, the more likely it is that they have enough research to be funded in order to figure out on how to make a cure, a vaccine, or even better, a cure for this disease. As I'm crying out not for the voice of millions of Americans, I'm crying out for the voices of millions of for the millions for the thousand thousands or more that have died from this disease so far. The other day, I've heard that a Korean War veteran who's living a good life just died away from this virus. It's sad to see people, people that come and had great achievements from their life get some of their best moments left out. Like, think about it. How would you feel if you made a promise to your family that you would see them again, but then all of a sudden that you died from something. It doesn't, like, for instance, you would have died from like, if you died from a disease, then you might get a chance to, but you would always have the pain and guilt over that thought about what you want. In case if you don't know, that the virus has been making me paranoid to the extreme. I've warned about it earlier, in my earlier videos. Some point, some point in the earlier videos, as I was trying to remind people that I pretty much am scared of this virus, and I'm ready to tell you this is that I'm completely ready for a complete quarantine. It is sad, but I'm I'm already not in a quarantine area, but I am in a place where I am gonna have to be stuck with a semi quarantine. What I am telling you this is that always stay inside. No matter what you think or do, you must stay inside. I'm stay inside for the better of hundreds of people. Work from your computer. I know people are going to hate being inside, but look here. If you just keep on going outside into the open public, especially if you live in public hated cities, you might give people the wrong idea, and that might spread the disease a lot faster than you realize, and it could potentially lead to deaths of not only hundreds of thousands, but possibly even a few million people. You would have always some form of that guilt on your head, on your shoulders as you live through your life. As for myself, this virus, as I've seen nothing, as none of us have ever seen anything like it. By us, I mean the world. I mean, we've seen something like the Black Plague, but that thing was gone. It was gone semi quickly for a time without medicine, that much medical care, but really, if you think about it, if we all stayed in quarantine for a few weeks, we would know who has the virus and what's happened. Since it takes 2 weeks to know on who has the virus and who does not. Not since the symptoms show up always 2 weeks later. As I was trying to tell you guys this, always stay inside. Do not ignore my warnings. People I know are now just apologizing to me because they thought that this virus thing, it would be over. It will be like the Ebola crisis. And really, I told them no to that. I told them no to that. I told them extreme that that's not what this was going to be like. I predicted that it was going to be more like the Black Death. Everyone, or the Black Plague, everyone kept on criticizing me, saying, "Oh, I'm just paranoid." I mean, that is essentially true, but once you know that something ain't right when people are when there's a epidemic and people are not taking extreme precautions, then you know something is extremely wrong. Do not, and also heed my warnings. As many people have actually called me and apologized to me. They were extremely sorry that they did not listen to me. And what's even worse about this is that I'm feeling for my first time in my life since after 9/11 is that was a scary time. I actually honestly felt fearful. So pretty much for out of most of my life I had nothing to fear. 9/11 came along. That scared me. It scared me today that we would go into another war that we cannot end, that would never be resolved. But for now, pretty much I thought I wouldn't have to fear about that again for a while, because then I had the 2008 economical crisis. This could possibly have just happened to us, but I'm not sure about that. Is that pretty much that there was a semi economy crash, but then it went back up, and then I pretty much never thought that a epidemic would have wiped out hun- hundred about over wait, hold on. Yeah, it would have over wiped out that would wipe out most people. At this point, I don't know the amount of current deaths in the world, but so far I do know it's over hold on, I must check this out. No, I'm not going to check it out. But so far I know the amount of people that died from this is not good. As America and China were too slow to stop the spread of the disease that it quickly spread to other places, and China is trying its best to help out. It's trying to help out Italy, which is a good thing. But I do want to tell you this: if you live in the United States, please stay inside no matter what. Even if you live in the middle of nowhere, stay inside. I'm telling you this. Never go outside. Is during the time of extreme panic, people tend to barricade themselves with more food and supplies, making companies go out of business. As I see in my town most businesses are not doing well. Not doing well. Some stores are empty. Other people don't have that much supplies. Even the pharmacy where I get my normal medicine for my allergies, like they wouldn't allow me my inhaler for my nose for my pollen allergies. Long story short, that just helps out me a lot more than any of you think, because that really stops my nose from actually clogging up and nearly maybe maybe tiny bit choking me, but really, in all honesty, if you live in anywhere else in the world, please go donate to churches. No, not churches. Do not donate to churches at this point. Do not go to any large gathering events, and donate to charities and and to researchers and the World Health Organization. The more funding they get, the better. The more research they'll probably be able to find on this virus. As I'm speaking for the first time ever, I'm truly after 9/11 that this epidemic is scaring me, as I've shown almost no signs of fear for a good portion of my life, that this is truly scaring me, as I have relatively nothing to fear before my life. I had nothing relatively to fear mere after it. As I'm just telling you now, if you don't take these warnings seriously, you might suffer, that more people would suffer than you believe. Iran is literally doing a smart decision in keeping its people inside the country because they are telling people is that if they go places, then millions of people will die. That is true. True. And if you believe that the virus ain't nothing, like if it's just only the flu and you don't care about it, look at it this way. It's like if the flu was able to kill you in less than a few weeks, and you don't have supplies to treat you for that. We have supplies to treat you for the flu, but you don't have it against this virus. And if you do not treat this with extreme care, you would endanger not only the lives of your family and yourself, you would endanger the lives of friends, neighbors, people in the military, Terry, Terry, people, people who serve in and who serve their purpose, and really, then this would be an epidemic that the world won't forget. If people survive this epidemic, which I'm hoping that they will, well, since this thing is spreading like wildfire, as I said before, then hopefully we're able to bring it down. And so far, China has got a few cases down, which is good, and there's been a few recoveries that I've heard of. But really, don't if you have any supplies such as gloves, masks, donate them to hospitals because right now hospital workers are in need and supply of masks and gloves. I know that there's a shortage in the US, but I'm hearing in other countries that people do need these as well. As I'm as in the US, hospitals need a lot are starting to reuse masks. They're pretty much stepping them in like either bleach or something to kill off the germs, but at the same time you must wonder if a country goes on that level, especially for the world's number one economy, the US, to do that, then you must certainly know something is definitely wrong. Do not take do not do do not take any of anything from people that you do not know. No, because if you happen to go outside in a crowded area or a large gathering such as a party, well, you might have to think about it and you could be endangering lives of friends, people that could spread and do the same thing on an even larger scale. As I'm telling you before, so I'm telling all of you now, please stay inside. Self quarantine yourself for a good month or so, and we'll see on how this turns out. Sorry about that. Something got caught in my throat. Yeah, there's a fly buzzing around here. Here just went down in my throat. I accidentally swallowed it. Yeah. Anyways, anyways, please stay safe. Do not ignore this video.